Peace, everybody. This is Akeem from Hindsight Radio, the information station changing the nation. Um, I wanted to talk today about voluntary withholding agreements, aka W-4 forms. Um, these are the forms that you fill out when you get a job. They make you fill these things out. They call them a Form W-4 withholding exemption certificate. So this is the form you fill out to let them know whether you want money taken out of your check or uh, you're exempt for some reason. So first, we're going to read the laws, and then we are going to read the actual form that you fill out. And I'm going to expose how limited it is for you to even fill that out. You know, it's designed in a way where you can only fill it out a certain way. All right, well, let's look at it. This is voluntary withholding agreements, section 31.3402 P-1. Under, let's see, what title is this under? It's under Title 26. This code here. You can see everything right here. Under Title 26. And you know, Title 26 is Internal Revenue Service, Department of Treasury, you know, that whole thing. So let's read this. It says an employer-employee agreement. So that says agreement, right? So let's look at the definition of an agreement. Let's close that page out. That's my other business I work on. Let's look at this. Agreement. Definition: harmony or accordance in opinion or feeling, a position or result of agreeing, accord, concurrence, consensus, harmony, accordance, unity. So they're saying that the voluntary withholding agreement is something you must be in harmony with, in agreement with. You and I both know that's a bunch of BS, because when you go get a job, they shove this form in front of you and they say, we need this filled out before you leave here. And you got to fill it out. So how is that an agreement? Right there, that's, you're doing it under extreme duress or minor duress, whatever. Or you're just doing it out of just plain ignorance because everybody else is doing it. You've never read this. And my goal today is to wake you up, to show you the truth about this form. Now, what you do with this information is strictly up to you. I will tell you, your job will give you resistance because they are in bed with the government and they are in fear of the government. So they do whatever the government says, even if it's unlawful. Okay. An employee and his employer may enter into an agreement under Section 3402 P3A to provide for the withholding of income tax upon payments of amounts described in paragraph B1 of Section 31.341A-3, made after December 31st, 1970. An agreement may be entered into under this section only with respects to amounts which are includable in the gross income of the employee under Section 61 and must be applicable to all such amounts paid by the employer to the employee. The amount to be withheld pursuant to an agreement under Section 3402 P3A shall be determined under the rules contained in Section 3402 and the regulations thereunder. See Section 31.3405 C-1. Q&A. 3. Concerning agreements to have more than 20% federal income tax withheld from eligible rollover distributions within the meaning of Section 402. All right, let's go to B. So All in this section is saying you and your employer enter into an agreement. So it has to be a, a meeting of the minds, and you say whether you want to do this or not. It's not, doesn't sound like it's mandatory to me so far. But let's keep reading. Form and duration of employer employee agreement. Except as provided in subdivision 2 of this paragraph, an employee who desires to enter into an agreement under section 3402P3A shall furnish his employer with Form W4, withholding exemption certificate, executed in accordance with the provisions of section 3402F and the regulations thereunder. The furnishing of such Form W4 shall constitute a request for withholding. Wow, it's saying that the employee shall furnish the employer with Form W4 if if they desire to enter an agreement. Desire to enter an agreement under Section 3402P3A. Now, I've known where the IRS have did what you call a lock-in letter, and they force you to take money out. But this here has not, the IRS is not authorized to force you to do anything. But they know, see, the employer becomes a what you call a withholding agent. So because they become a withholding agent, they will listen to the IRS regardless if this is against your rights. Let's touch bases on the lock-in letter. Let's touch a little bit on that. How was a lock-in letter violating? Peace, everybody. We turn the music down. All right, how's that? Is that music all right for y'all? Is that too loud? Sometimes I like to play a little music. It's been hard trying to get the right settings here. Y'all good out there? Everybody doing good on this Friday? I hope everybody got plans to have a good time. Everybody says good. Thank you. Thank you. I hope y'all enjoyed that little W4 lesson. I've done that lesson plenty of times, but it never ever gets old. It never gets old because they keep hitting y'all. They keep robbing y'all of y'all money, and y'all let them. But I'll tell you, I'll give y'all a hint. Y'all might want to go look up the 1040 NR. Now, one of my members brought it up to me, and I kind of blew it off. I did. And because I didn't read it before. I never read that form. I didn't even know it existed. I tell you, I don't know everything. So I read it, and I was like, interesting. So I think y'all need to read the instructions on that. But I'll be busting that down, revealing that in the premium membership, how valuable that form could be for you. And it protects your status because it asks you, are you a U.S. citizen? And I told y'all a couple of weeks ago that you're aliens to the United States. So, yeah, go read that. So, what's today all about? What is today all about? It's about United States corporation or trust. Now, somebody took the liberty of giving their input. The United States is a trust. Now, before I go read what I'm going to read, y'all know I always deliver facts, right? When I say something. And I've heard people say it's a corporation. I hear people say it's a trust. You know, could it be both? Who knows, right? We'll find out today. And I'll understand, when you understand how a trust operates, it'll be clear. So Peace Issachar Bay. If I'm Isaac, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. If I am not doing that, please forgive me.
Um, why do you say it's a trust? Type that out. Type it out. Why is it a trust to you? Why do you think it's a trust? Is it something you read? Something that you can show me? It's an ecclesiastical trust. Okay, show me that it's an ecclesiastical trust. Or what documents can I pull up that I can tell you, say that it's an ecclesiastical trust? Now, I agree that they're operating off of biblical principles, yes. And I would agree that it's ecclesiastical in form, but it could be ecclesiastical corporate soul, right? Got a president, and that's a perpetual office. You elect them into office. It could be that too. You said, I heard you say it before, but I don't have the documents. Yes, I did say that before, and I repeated something else that someone said, but I'm correcting myself today. I always, when I see something and I say something, I'll come back and correct you. See, a lot of these other people won't do that. They'll say something and then switch up and act like they never said it. Yes, I did say that at one point. It is a trust, though. It is in a way trust. But let's just do this. Let's go to what I was going to show you. Let me go show what I was going to show you here. Let's go Chrome tab. I think that's the one. HR share. Now, this is a resolution to make DC. Is that music too loud, y'all? Oh, let me know if it's too loud. If it's not, just shout out to me. I'll turn it down. All right. So this is a resolution. Y'all see I was reading through this thing. It's a lot to read. To provide for admission of the state of Washington, D.C. into the Union. So they want to take this bill just actually passed the House. And here it is, 4/16/21. It hasn't totally been ratified or passed or became law yet, but they're working on it. But when you read through it, you'll understand what the United States is. I'll provide the link in the chat. Hang on. All right. Let's go to here and copy this link for you guys. There's a link if you want to read along. Peace, family. Peace, Terrence Wood. Peace, Karen Israel. Always tuning in. And Mexican Moore, another loyal listener. Damaged Goods. Peace. Yazi Yabe. Damaged Good. I don't know about that name, yo. You calling yourself Damaged Good? Because everybody that come on here are nothing but divine people. We don't give ourselves names that have a negative connotation. I'm not trying to come down on you and call you out, but hey, man, we call ourselves gods in here. We call ourselves divine. We call ourselves wealthy. We use titles that lift us up. I think we got enough people calling us all kind of other stuff. Let that stuff be over there. In this room, in this space, we give ourselves high titles, good titles, positive titles, powerful titles, things that show how powerful we are, how divine we are, who we really are. So, I don't know. Think about that name. Because whatever you calling yourself, that's what you will be, whatever your I am. My trust webinar does not show you how to be an ecclesiastical trust. It's Carbe. It does not. I am planning another one to show you how to do that. Yes, I will. We'll be doing that. That's on the list. Oh, but if you're a premium member, you're gonna be shown anyway. So you don't have to join a webinar to know that. Actually, that's probably the lesson for my next class. That is the lesson for the next class. All right. And Maxim Moore says operating in the United States corporation is pure 100% trust that have board, meaning aka Congress, states governance. Okay. All right. Okay. I get you. All right. So let's go in. Let's see what this document is saying. So Washington, D.C. wants to become a part of the state of the union, and it's going to have a Republican form of government. It's interesting how these states, they say we're a democracy, but a lot of constitution says this is a Republican form of government. What is a Republican form of government? Let's see. Republican. All right. Let me share this screen. Why is my camera not working, baby? Can't be doing that. Oh, the sun is shining up in here, messing up my thing. See if that'll fix it. Sorry about the lighting, y'all. It's that time of the day. All right, let me share this screen. There it is. All right, it says a republic form of government is which a state is ruled by representatives of the citizen body. Modern republics are founded on the idea that sovereignty rests with the people, though who is included and excluded from the category of people have varied across history. So they're saying that sovereignty rests with the people if it's a Republican form of government. But you got to know who the people are, because in these current governments, the way these states are set up, the people are the people that you elect into the legislation. They're the ones controlling everything on you. Okay, so let's go back to the resolution to make Washington, D.C. a state. And let's go all the way down. I'm gonna keep y'all in a little bit of suspense because I want to read a couple of things before we get in there. They got state of Washington, D.C., procedures for admission. It says, A, subject to provision of the act upon an issuance of proclamation required by Section 103A, the state of Washington Douglas Commonwealth is declared to be a state of the United States of America and is declared admitted into the Union on an equal footing with the other states in all respects whatever. So now I know what you're saying. Well, I thought it was District of Columbia. It is the District of Columbia. They want to change the name to call it Washington Douglas Commonwealth, to make it a Commonwealth. Okay, what is a Commonwealth? Commonwealth definition. Take these all caps off. An independent country or community, especially a democratic republic. Now they trying to call it, they'd be switching up so bad. A republic. So a commonwealth is an independent country. Trying to see some synonyms here. They usually give me synonyms. Let me get some synonyms. I don't see any. All right, there you go. Right? So they want to be independent. They don't want to be part of the They don't want to be United States. So let's go back. All right. Constitution of the state. The state constitution shall always be Republican in form and shall not be repugnant to the Constitution of the United States or the principles of the Declaration of Independence. I'll do another show on that later. So they don't want to be independent of the Declaration of Independence and be repugnant to the United States Constitution. Okay, boom. All right, let's keep going. These are all about the members, seat of the government, the boundaries. Now it says, except as provided in Section B, the state shall consist of all of the territory of the District of Columbia as of the date of enactment of this act, subject to results of the meets and bounds survey conducted under subsection C. So they did a meets and bounds. Now, it does say exclusion of portion remaining as seat of government of the United States. The territory of the state shall not include the area described in Section 112, which shall be known as the capital and shall serve as the seat of the government of the United States, and provide Clause 17 of Section 8, Article 1. So what is the Clause 17, Section 8? Giving y'all a bit of a history lesson. Not even a history. What do they call it? Civics lesson. So that's where they say to exercise exclusive legislation in all cases whatsoever over such district not exceeding 10 miles square as many may by session of the particular states and acceptance of Congress before become the seat of government of the United States and exercise like authority over all places purchased by consent of the legislature of the state in which the same shall be for the erection of forts, magazines, arsenals, dockyards, and other needful buildings, and so on and so on. All right, there you go. Y'all get the point. So there it is. It's saying it's going to exclude that part that they did under the survey and the meets and bounds and all of that. Now, they want to change the description. In general, subject to subsection C, upon the admission of the state into the union, the capital shall consist of property described in subsection B and shall include the principal federal monuments, the White House, the Capitol building, United States Supreme Court building, and the federal executive, legislative, and judicial office buildings located adjacent to the mall and Capitol building, and so on and so forth. And this general description: upon admission of the mission of the state into the union, the boundaries of the capital shall be as follows. And they gave these all of the boundaries they give you. It's pretty long. And you know we're not about to read all that. That's why I gave y'all the link. You read it. Now, exclusions of buildings serving as state capital. Notwithstanding any other provision of this section after the admission of the state into the union, the capital shall not be considered to include the building known as John A. Wilson Building, as described and designated under Section 601A of the Omnibus Spending Reduction Act of 1993. So it's going to exclude that particular building. You could look that up to see what in particular it is. So they're going to be striking out District of Columbia and inserting capital. So if this goes through, names are going to be changing. So I think I held y'all in suspense long enough. Here it is. Section 116. 116. And all that stuff in between is very good read. So go read it. Whoa, here it is. Section 116, termination of legal status of seat of government of United States as municipal corporation. Anybody want to change their answer? Notwithstanding Section 2 of the revised statute relating to the District of Columbia, Section 1-102, District DC Official Code, or any other provision of law codified in Subchapter 1 of Chapter 1, of the District of Columbia Official Code, effective upon the date of admission of the state into the Union, the capital or any portion thereof should not serve as a government and should not be a body corporate for municipal purposes. So it is a corporation. And it is. See, y'all want to know what the real trust is? The United States of America is a trust. Okay? And United States is the trustee corporation in charge of handling the business for the United States of America. So the United States itself is a corporation because you have to elect presidents into the corporation, right? But what offices do you have for trust? You have trustee positions, you have the grantor, grantees, beneficiaries. Now, so let me show y'all the relationship. United States of America is the actual trust. Why? And they use the United States Constitution as a trust indenture to control or do business for the United States of America. And the United States is just simply the trustee in charge of the affairs of the United States of America. And the 50, and if the District of Columbia becomes the maybe 51 states are what? Beneficiaries. Yeah. Why are they beneficiaries? Don't they get benefits for executing child support? Don't they do that? And all other stuff, they get all kind of benefits. That's why they be running y'all through these court systems to get that bread, because they get bonuses for doing certain things. We do this, we get a. It's just like this. If you saw the show Power, the father had died towards the end. He died. He was killed, and he left a trust behind. And the trust, he gave everything to his son. Everything. He said, you can have all this stuff, but you have to finish school as a straight A student or maintain a certain average. Isn't that what these states are doing? If you collect so much money, I'm gonna pay you this. I'm gonna give you this money. If you get this child support orders and get them enforced at a certain percentage, I'm gonna pay you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's operating within a trust. But the United States is clearly states it's a municipal corporation at this point. Okay. Anybody disagree with what it's in this, what I'm reading here? Got another interpretation? I'm welcome. I welcome all commentary or questions, comments. We can't deny what our eyes are seeing. See, what the issue is, and I'm guilty of it too. I hear people say something, it sounds good, and I might repeat it. Now, and you gotta be careful what you're repeating without having the facts in front of you. Marnell Bay, Grand Rising, thank you. Yes, we all doing well. Hope you're doing well too. Todd Higgins L, peace to the God. DJ B, morning. Greetings, Grand Rising. Yeah. Yes, it's easy to make a trust. Yes, it is a maxim. I'm waiting for comments, y'all. Did y'all get it? Hmm. All right. Well, if you ain't got a comment on that, I'll take a couple of questions before I get off. Before I do my first consultation, I got a few minutes left. What's up? Any law passed by your Congress or your state legislature, it must be recorded in the books, or it's not law. Blessings, brother. Angela got it. They got it 100%. Read this whole document. It's a long one, but I would read it because it really exposes what's going on. Now, if they become a state of the union within the state, become the 51st state, that changes the game big time. I don't think it's a bad thing, to be honest. I think we would truly go into a republic if that was to happen. Because it says terminate the seat of the government, United States, as a municipal corporation. I think we truly be a republic. This is I could be wrong. I'm gonna do some more studying, but that's what I believe. Thanks, Curtis Williams. Peace. I'm open for questions, so I'm out of here, y'all. You know, I just be doing these spot consultations. I just decided the spirit movie do a video now. No planning, no nothing. Jordan Bay says the deep still will go deeper. That's a great revelation about the United States of America, trust and trustee. Oh, yes. Isn't it? You're welcome, Curtis. Jordan Sloan says he disagree. All right. Well, give me, what are you saying? Why don't you? What do you mean? What are you disagreeing to specifically? And he puts up there the Fed Corporation will be 100% digital. Okay. It's not understanding how that correlates to what we're doing. Readings I do. What is it? These comments are moving fast. Greetings, bro. I do have my very important question. Go ahead, put it in there. Someone said, hey, this is off subject, but just started a new job. I am a plumber. They're doing I-9 check. I gave them my 9-8 number. Good. Just make sure you don't fill out you're a U.S. citizen on the I-9. And if they're gonna eventually give you a W-9. I don't know if they're doing you as a contractor, they're gonna try to give you a W-9, substitute that for a W-8 then, and fill that out. Passport time more than ever. Oh, hell yeah. I would agree with that. Do you realize when we indicate we are American nationals, we put ourselves in their jurisdiction? No. See, I don't just say American nationals. I call myself a tribal name or something like that. You could say more. That doesn't put you in their jurisdiction. This is the Americas. See, people will say you put themselves in your jurisdiction. You would have to explain how I'm putting myself in their jurisdiction when I say American. See, that comes from not reading the laws. See, I read laws. When these laws are issued, they don't say American. They say U.S. citizens. They don't say South Carolinian. They don't say North Carolinian. They don't say any of those things in their codes and statutes. They say U.S. citizens. So I call myself everything that they have not defined. And if y'all know me, I tell y'all, you want to be defined something that's not defined in their codes and statute. All right. Washington, D.C. was never designed to be a union state, but Washington, D.C. needs 3/4 of the 50th states to make it a 51st. It will never happen. Yes, I agree. It would never happen. You see, if they were to do that, that's why the reason why I believe it would never happen is because that changes the game. They won't be able to operate the way they are right now. You know, once it becomes a state, it has to operate up under the Constitution, of that state plus the Constitution of the United States. And then it also said that what was it? They're gonna adhere to the Declaration of Independence. So, and those are all trust indentures. You see? And I think if they were to do that, there's some changes they would have to do. That would follow making changes to the Constitution. Also, you're welcome, private banker. Now, you don't have to call yourself an American. You could call, hey, if you, say, let's just say you're Choctaw, indigenous. Say Choctaw, national, but not a citizen of the United States. You don't have to put American in there. It's up to you. Just don't call yourself something that they call or using in the jurisdiction. Some people use this term state citizen. Hell no, I would never do that. Some people would say U.S. national. No, because U.S. is at the beginning of it. Or non-citizen national. No, because you're saying you're a non-citizen national. National what? See, they're very tricky with these words. Or when using WA-BIN form, do we include the estate number? WA-BIN, you're trying to, whatever you're using it for, use the number that you're trying to make exempt. And WA-BIN is really for you to show how you, being a straw man, is foreign. Not you, the straw man, but that entity is foreign. Well, technically it was created by the United States, so it's their property. But you want to show a clear distinction between you and that property. I don't think it would be a good thing if DC said, okay, if you don't believe it's going to be a good thing, but why? What's your reasons? Elaborate. 9-8 should get tax treaty benefits only. A 9-8 number is exempt on its face. And a lot of y'all are forgetting. How come y'all not setting up y'all synagogues and y'all claim to be so spiritual and religious? Why y'all not setting up your churches in your synagogue? Personal. Them preachers out there ain't the only ones that can do it. You could do it too for yourself. You can make your house holy ground on whatever you believe in. Why not? What's wrong with that? Isn't that what your ancestors did? On the UCC, do you put the hospital address, DCT? Oh, that's a premium membership, buddy. That's something we go on in detail in premium membership. That I don't be getting into the UCC or publicly like that. All these territory lands like Puerto Rico and American Samoa operates like Washington, D.C. as a foreign country. They too need 3/4. Yes, that's true. Yes, they do. And Puerto Rico is not even a state. They have no representatives. See, the reason why D.C. doesn't have they don't have a vote to vote for president because it's a trustee. He's don't vote for president. They're running things. So someone else outside, that's why the 50 states can do the voting. They're just the trustee. To be a trustee of anything is probably the worst position you could be in if it's not your trust. But it's a responsible position, meaning that you do something wrong, they can slam you. Here's the problem. We're not slamming the trustee for the things that they're doing wrong. We're not going and calling it out properly. All those guys down there that go down there, they are trustees. Akimel.com is where you can get the membership. Click the consultation tab and you'll see, and click the consultation for premium membership consultation. Automatically give you a 30-minute Zoom call with me, going over correcting your status as far as being a national, and all the other little details. They're a lot details. All right, what time is it? 10:51. I'm about out of here. Trying to go through all your questions. The reason why I said I don't think it'll be a bad thing, because I read this document and the things they want to change in there will change the game as far as just going back to being a Republican form of government. We're supposed to be. We're not. Because the reason why all states have a Republican form of government for the most part, but when they, by session right here, when they did this, they gave up their Republican form of government. They gave up their sovereignty. You see? See? Do I need to show y'all what that means? A form of giving up of rights, property, and territory by a state. And you do it too on your individual level, on your personal level. Any webinars you get? Yeah, I got the injunction one coming up, and I got the ecclesiastical trust one coming up. Dates I haven't set yet. Monel Bay. When I set the dates, I'll announce it. I'll send an email out. Anyone in Texas, I want to hook up with you, form a police jurisdiction under trust. Sounds like a good idea. Let that brother know where y'all at. Let him know. Let him know. All right, people. I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend, okay? Enjoy. And remember, peace, prosperity, and extreme wealth to all.